Okay, we're back with running through all the characters in Slay the Spire 2, fresh save file. I just finished my first run with the Ironclad, which means we've unlocked the Silent, and we're going to give her a shot. Okay, starting off with a Niao Relic. Typically, your first two options are going to be fairly tame upgrades, but without any drawbacks. And then the last one will have some drawback, but be a little more powerful. Most of the time, I go for the third option. I like playing with drawbacks. I like doing more powerful things. I really like the Crucible here. Your first three card rewards are upgraded, so you kind of get to pick what direction you're going in and just start off with much more powerful cards. It makes your second combat through the end of Act 1 kind of a breeze. The one thing is you do want to prioritize those encounters early, and then your first chest will be empty. So we do sacrifice a random relic to get 3 upgrades, but if you got a relic that randomly upgraded 3 non-starter cards, you would take it. So I do think it's worth it. Let's see. I see a few options for a double elite. I don't necessarily want to go into this late shop, but I kind of like having the option for it. So if I can get myself to here, where from here I can evaluate how much gold I have, how much health I have, if I want to go up to the elite, or through a question mark to try to get some extra gold going into a shop. So working backwards from there, I don't want to go through that shop. I could go this way. That's going to be a bunch of encounters in a row, so I will get all those upgraded cards immediately. Or if I go through here, I will get 1, 2, 3 encounters before my first elite. And I get the campfire and a few extra questions. I'm going to try this middle path, see where it takes me. Alright, this is one of those fights where, in theory, you should take 0 damage. With a purely base deck, it's not always guaranteed. Sometimes you'll get a turn like this, where they're dealing 6 and you only have a basic defend, you take 1. That's fine, but you can get through this fight with no damage or very close to no damage without too much trouble. So here, as long as I draw 2 strikes in my 7 cards, I will be fine. There we go. Alright, let's see what upgraded card we get today. Oh boy. Alright, it is very nice to have an upgraded big damage attack this early in a run. The poison deck isn't really good from what I've been able to tell, unless you get Envenom Shivs going. We're just taking Prepared because it's definitely the best card in the Silent, and probably top 10 cards in the game, and the start's upgraded. So, yeah. Okay, so here we're going to take... if we had a card that cost 2 or 3, you'd want to slither it. Transforming something into Peck is decent on some characters. That gives strength because that scales up. But we're actually just going to take Toric Toughness here. Let's see. I think I'm down to turn a strike into it. Lean more defensive. But then in the next 2 encounters, I do need to take something that's going to deal a bunch of damage so that I'm ready for that elite that's coming up. So here, I get to do weak, strike, strike, defend, and then I'm considering just doing the Prepared here. I think I'm going to. Yeah, because that's what I want to hit, right? I want to get those out of my deck. This guy's taking a turn off next, so now I have these guaranteed 2 strikes. Hopefully I'll draw the 3rd to just go in on that 1 turn. Okay. Now that's a bit of a tougher decision. Next turn he's going to come at me for, I think it's 11. It would be nice to have that extra block there. Versus the extra damage. Yeah, I think I do sacrifice this damage up front to have a fairly safe turn here. Yeah, because I can prepared. Ooh, okay. I'm going to be able to weaken it. I have... Okay, so I get to do this. Go to 10 block. Weaken is dealing 8. Hits. It's at 21. This turn, I think it attacks again. Yeah. But we know we have Survivor, so we are going to be covered. Only drew the 1 strike, so didn't really matter. And then we just need any 3 attacks should kill here. Yeah. Very clean. Okay, what do we got? 7 damage per skill. We're not doing poison. 4 shivs. That's interesting. I think since I did turn an attack into a skill, I feel pretty safe with this Flechette. Oh, we just get a chest. Okay, so this chest is going to be empty. But that means the later chest will have something in it. That's not bad. I do wish that was something that made my deck a little bit better here, but we'll take it. Okay, I'm going to prepare it here because I know I'm taking at least 1 strike out of my deck, or out of my hand, to maximize this Flechette. Let's see. 3 times. Yeah, that's fine. So I'm going to aim at the big guy, and then I will weaken this, so that is dead to a strike. Then I'm actually going to Toric Toughness here. It might have been a little greedy to not kill anything there, but we do have this insurance of the explosive Ampule, which is just a clean kill on like the whole board, but we don't need it. Got a clean kill on that guy. We're facing 11, so we're just going to block up. Alright, nothing is attacking this turn. And we drew 3 strikes. You'll have to see it. Let's do 1, 2. We'll just kill him. There was like some argument to spread the last strike onto this guy so that a neutralize was a cleaner kill, but I'm not too worried about it. Alright, clean fight. We're gonna get our last upgraded card here. We're just going to take the Flick Flack to go with our prepared. We needed a Sly card, and that is a decent one. Oh, this might be tough. Okay. So we need to play a bunch of cards in 1 turn. I do have 4 attacks. So this is, I mean, kind of the close to the best hand I could have drawn. Only way it gets better is if I have the prepared to roll into the Flick Flack there. Okay, play 1 skill. Yeah, this is gonna hurt. Okay, we have a Flechette for 3. I mean, I'll take that. And then is it Toric Toughness or just like 2 defense here? This is... I'm probably not going to kill it next turn, so this is essentially the same as playing 2 defense now, plus maybe insurance health if it gets to a 3rd hit on me. Okay, we got our Flick Flack. And then we get to go block, block, pitch, defend, attack for 8. Oh, those numbers are so low. Okay. So the question is, do I start with defend and go strike, strike? The math on this one is weird. The other option is, I guess if I go max damage here, so 6, 12, 19, 22 plus a bit from the percent increase. That's not going to get to 50. I don't think it's going to get to 40. So I do want to defend here, which I think means I defend first and go neutralize, strike, strike. Looking at 17, 10 health. Okay. And we'll try to finish it this turn after taking 30 damage from this fight. Oh, and we're not going to finish it this turn. Okay. Our next hand is at least 2 attacks. So if I do this and this, do 7 there, take it to 26. I think I'm going to get the block here and go for the kill next turn. So now I can prepared. Oh, not drawing an attack was tough. We'll go like this, and then I get to play 2 cards. Oh, absolutely brutal. I still don't think I'm shackling this guy. It just scales so much better in other encounters. And I'm not technically dead yet. Yeah, and that means I at least get to save the ampule. But, oof, that was a tough fight. Okay, we do find Tactician, which is nice in this deck. Where are we going from here? We have a campfire. We probably just have to heal there, which is fine. Counter, question, maybe another lead. Okay. Yeah, I can keep building into the more combo kind of deck. I'm gonna rest here. The other option would be to upgrade that Tactician, but I think I'd rather have the insurance health at this point. Okay. Just have some damage here. I'm going to take the Torque Toughness because this fight can get a little long. Okay, that'll not apply the weak, it'll eat the artifact. This comes in for that much. 1 block covers. And we're not going to find 28 here, so... Okay. We have 1 billion mana thanks to Chandelier. Covered on block. 2 strikes. Pretty good chance to find the kill here. That is not the kill. So I think we're going to have to use the damage potion. Oh, well, we get paid back. Perfect. Okay, we have another Flechette. That's not really what we're looking for. We're going to take this Expertise. It's another kind of combo-centric card. We do need cards at some point that actually kill monsters, but we'll get there. Ooh, surprise early shop. Okay. So I see Haze. That's not bad in this deck. It is another like slow win condition. Whetstone is probably really good for us. We could put Innate on our prepared, which is interesting. I think I have to deal damage though. Pinpoint's okay. Alright, we're gonna go Whetstone. We know it's just hitting 2 strikes, that's fine. And then because I'm just short of the card removal, I will take the Haze as another Sly card / damage dealer. Okay. It's dealing 1,000,000 times. Okay, this isn't bad. This is going to clear the Slippery on all these guys. This will kill the one that's hitting me the most. I'll get 5 block and I'll take 1 here. Not a problem. Now facing 20, it's a bit of a problem. But we actually have pretty clean answers. This is 15. That is a weak. That is enough block. Yeah. Okay. No problem. We're going to take the extra prepared here. That is a card that you love to see in multiples. And then here, because we hit the early shop, we have to go left. I guess we have to do this guy first, but we will have to go left. This fight's pretty annoying. We do have decent burst damage out of the gate, though. So let's start punching. It's really tempting in this fight to go for the back guy. Because he's going to give the status to us that makes us take damage at the end of all of our turns. That only lasts until he dies, so sometimes you want to go against him, take him out early. But in my experience, just getting the front guy off the board is more helpful. Alright, we're going to drop the haze, and I think we're going to drop the torque toughness. Since we drew expertise, we can be a little more mana efficient. I can go here, and then, let's see, Flick Flack and Flechettes are both in my deck, so if I go 1, 2, then I get to 5 block. This is going to deal 8, so that'll be dead to poison. So I need to find 3 block to take nothing. Okay, so we can't Flechettes here, it's only dealing 21. So I'll just defend, draw a card, pitch Flick Flack, and I am covered this turn. Alright, he's going to add to this number, so I still need to find 3 block here. I'm gonna, since I have the extra mana this turn, I'm just gonna exhaust the slime. Oof, that was really not what I wanted to see. But we'll get Torque Toughness down. Neutralize didn't actually do anything there. It means that we're drawing all of our attacks here, probably. We have to cover 13. We're at 5 block. Oof. We have a Tactician and a Slimed. So if Alright, I think we're going safe play. I'm going to play the block and then the expertise. Draw the mystery card. It's an extra block. So now, if I do this, I'm covered this turn. Okay. Prepared. Yeah, we'll get some damage on him. Cover ourselves from the 1 point. And now we really want to find a kill this turn because we're looking at 21, but I think we have it, and that is a clean kill. No health lost. Love that. Okay, we have Storm of Steel, Backflip, and Dagger Spray. Going into the Ceremonial Beast. None of these are incredible. I think I'll just take... I guess I just take the Storm of Steel. It's another Sly enabler. If nothing else, we might find some Shiv synergies down the line. Alright. Well. Okay, so here we play the strikes and then just get some Shivs. Got an easy 21, block 2. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that, right? 21, block. We'll take the dazes from this guy, that's okay. $15? That's crazy, dude. I don't need to discard the Tactician. I can just do these two. then 3, 9, only 5 block. I could pop the ampule here and essentially save 6 health. It's tempting. I don't think it's worth it though. We'll take the hit, and then as long as I draw any attack, I'm all set. Any attack? Does this count? That counts. This also counts. Okay. Okay. These definitely aren't great. Mirage is like almost interesting because it's a good follow-up to Haze. I really don't think we're taking a deadly poison here. This might be a mistake. I'm gonna take this and see if I can find like another Haze down the line. Alright, it's a bird. I'm going to Potion of Binding this turn because I did draw a good number of attacks. Going there, it's dealing 12. I'm gonna get 1 block down and then Storm of Steel the rest of my hand. Trigger the Sly. Taking 7 here, but we dealt 50. I think that's a totally fine trade-off. Okay. So I could also pop Shackling Potion this turn. This is dealing 28. Well, I guess if this deals 28, takes it to 5, and then I Expertise, and I just have to find a strike. And I just have to find a strike. Yeah. Okay, not bad at all. Took like 9 there, right? Something like that. Ricochet is honestly kind of mid. I'm actually going to take this Memento Mori as my next payoff for what the deck is doing. And then at the campfire at 40 health going into the Ceremonial Beast. This guy does hit pretty hard. So I'd be healing 21. Or I could upgrade. I have a lot of good upgrade targets here. It's pretty tempting to do that. I have a Neutralize to make weak last an extra turn. I have Toric Toughness, which becomes 7 block. I have the Prepared to upgrade. I have the Tactician to upgrade. What does this turn into? Yeah, 5 additional damage. I have a lot of cards in my deck that I want to upgrade for endgame, so I'm going to take the risk here. If we die to the Act 1 boss, then so be it. And we're going to take... I have 3 Sly cards. I think the safe bet is going to be the Neutralize here. Just to get that weak going for 1 more turn. Okay. Could tutor something here because I'm not being super efficient on mana. 1, 2, 3. I have 4 skills, so I could just grab my Flechette. Yeah, I don't hate that. It could be greedy. What did I... Wait. Oh no, that's not what that potion does. It picks up from the discard pile. Oh boy. Well, mistakes happen. We will see if that ruins our run. So if I knew what that card did and I used it here, it would have been either more neutralized, so just weak for like longer, or just 8 more or 9 more damage from a strike, I guess. It's not the worst thing to ever happen to me in Slay the Spire. 4 mana, I can strike here and then expertise. I kind of like just getting a bunch more damage down with this. I definitely want to do a block, and I'm not drawing into any real blocks, so I'm just gonna do a defend here, I think. Take 8. Trying to find 40 for this guy. Okay, but I do have all my mana. So, Torque Toughness, Mirage for 3 block. Deal. 1, 2, 3. 66. That's not gonna pop it. I think taking 12 puts me at 22. I'm gonna Shackling Potion here. I definitely don't need to do that exactly this turn, but I'm just being super safe. Alright, so this turn we will pop it. We're gonna Flechettes. It is stunned for this turn, and then Storm of Steel, trigger the Sly, get 3 daggers. 6 poison, not too bad. It's gonna take this turn off to apply its debuff. Let's see what we can do with that. Okay, a couple of strikes, and then drawing into Neutralize, Prepare, Tactician, Flick Flack. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, there's Neutralize, here's Prepared, shuffle the deck back, get more damage down. Okay, so this turn I get to play 1 card, and it's just going to be Torque Toughness. Yep, we just play all of our things. It'll get stronger here. I think it attacks 1 more time. No, it's going to debuff again. Okay, this hand's a little bit worse. Let's see. 1 good strike. So I could just do the 15 here. I can do this and try to draw some of my prepareds. I'm gonna go for the high risk play. I gotta neutralize for it. That's not too bad. Just do another 9. Okay, get 1 card this turn. It's coming in for 13 again. And we're just doing a little bit of block. Okay. Do 2 Sly cards in here. Don't hit either of them. Oof. Alright, we have to kill this guy. It's gonna take next turn off. So do 15 here. Definitely do 8 next turn. Have a potion. Alright, what am I doing? I'm discarding. We're gonna discard 2 block cards. And go strike, strike, survivor. Take 7 down to 8. He says you get 1 card next turn. I say that's okay because I'm prepared for you. Okay, so any damage is a kill here? Yeah. Oh man, very narrow, but we did get there. The risk was worth it. The potion, I guess the potion technically wasn't needed. It saved 7 health and I ended at 8, but that's fine. Here, Adrenaline is extremely tempting. This is just like a good card in every build ever, but Tools of the Trade, specifically in the Sly build, I think is going to be higher reward over time. So I'm going to take that. And here's Act 2. We have Tez Katara. I don't think I've ever taken the Seal of Gold in my life, and I'm not going to start now. I was just talking about how I want to upgrade all these cards in my deck, so I'm just going to do it. 1, 2, let's say 3, 4. Yeah. That's great. Alright, there's a bunch of early shops on the left. I don't want any of that at only 200 gold. I honestly don't really want this one either. I don't really want to shop until I'm at like absolute minimum 350, because I usually want to get a relic and do something else. So we're gonna go this way. I'll take an extra question mark along the way. Get up here. And then, yeah, we have triple campfire, double elite. That's hard to argue with. Okay. Let's do it. Alright. So, as of now, I don't have the block to cover this guy. So we are going to... Let's see, 21 plus 4 is 25, plus 8 is 30 something. That's not enough to kill that outright. Okay, we're going to Flechettes back here. I will Flick Flack to wipe that one. Oh, right, I have a Gremlin Horn. That's something I gotta remember. Neutralize here, it's down to 11. Play Tools of the Trade. We'll just block twice. We take a damage. That's fine. It'll come in for 11 again because we did 2 weak, and I get to discard a card right off the bat. Get some free mana. And then we'll go like that. So now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just get to play all my cards. Cool. Got enough blocks that this guy's gonna get stunned when he hits me. Oh yeah. Sick. Not bad. 1 damage. Okay. What do I want to do with this? So I could grab a poison card to go with my Mirage Haze. Cloak and Dagger is like a pretty safe pick. It's not super exciting though. It is a skill. Deflect is okay. We aren't really going up on cards right now outside of Expertise. So that's really like the one synergy point. I'm not feeling too bad about my block situation. I'm gonna... it's the Knowledge Demon. I'm gonna try the Bouncing Flask here. Get some more damage output. It is a little expensive to play, but I think that's gonna be fine. Okay. Flechettes is at 2. Absolutely discarding the strike. He's coming in for 17. I get to weaken him. I probably do want to play both of these defenses this turn. So if my turn is like either Flechettes or Memento Mori, whichever's more, and then defend, neutralize. Yeah, okay. This is 17. This is 21. Down to 12. Block. Oh yeah, I have Blood Vial. Easy. He's taking the Bouncing Flask. His hand isn't great. I do have a Prepared I can draw onto, and a Tools of the Trade I can draw onto. So I'm gonna just deal a bit of damage instead of deploying the Toric Toughness. Find Tools of the Trade. So next turn I'm gonna have 1 billion mana. Okay. That is fine. So now that he's in the air, everything deals half damage, but if I hit him 5 times, he falls down and gets stunned. I don't think I'm gonna hit him 5 times. But I do have a ton of mana this turn. So if I do all that and then expertise, get a fresh 6, I'm gonna hit him 5 times. Okay, I take it all back. In fact, he's dead. Okay, we take those. I'm gonna look at my card reward first because that'll actually let me decide if I want to take back that poison card or not. A second Memento Mori, I don't think adds anything to the deck. That first upgraded Anticipate is kind of interesting though. I think I'm interested in that. If I can combo that into my Toric Toughness, it's really good for me. I am going to grab my Bouncing Flask back, even though I don't have to. Oh, this guy's like one of my least favorite encounters in the game. I think it's just because I play a lot of 2-player, and the way this guy scales in 2-player is absolutely brutal. Let's see. This is 9 poison, which is slightly better than 2 strikes, so I'll do that. Okay, 21 damage on that guy. This is 8 block now. 7 plus 8 plus a week. 15 and a week. Or no, it's gonna be plus. Okay, so we're going like this. Because now this is 16 block. This is 7 blocks, so I am fully covered. So I'm going to weaken the actual guy to get a little more damage on him. Okay. We'll start with prepared. 7 coming in. Can I make a play to kill the spirit? I have a strike, and I'll have 3 shivs. That's 12, that's 18. No, I won't have 3 shivs. I'll have 1 shiv. Gross. This might be an explosive ampule turn. I think that's probably the way I gotta go. Because I do really want to get this down. And I would like to do this. Yeah. Throw this. This guy's at to poison. Get a tiny bit more damage there. I'm covered from that guy's hit. Yeah. And that sets me up for a big Flechette's turn. I only have my 3 mana. $35. This would be 9 plus 8. This would be 17. But it would take away from there. Alright. 22. I'm at 7. I will anticipate. I'll Toric up to 17. Survivor up to 28. Okay, so I can go like this. Anticipate, Toric Toughness. Oh, I missed kind of my mana. Oops. So I'm taking 5 here. Yeah, I'm not gonna pop a skill potion to not take 5. But that was definitely some kind of mistake. But it shouldn't matter here because this is lethal. Okay. Do I want an extra Sly attack? I think I do. I'll take that over the backstab. I'm happy with that. Oh, the dolls. Okay. So I think I do have to choose between 2 doll relics. So basically your choices here is like, if you don't care what you get, just take a random. If there's one you really want, you take 1 of 3. And if there's one you really don't want, you take 1 of 2. And this guy right here, Mr. Bing Bong, would really mess up my day. So I'm gonna go here. I'm not gonna receive Bing Bong, who says that whenever you add a card to your deck, you add another one. We're just gonna get Dot of the Wind, which is some block whenever you attack, which is actually pretty good. Okay, do we have a shop coming up? We decided not to shop. And only one question mark, which would maybe be a shop or a card removal. So I'm not going to take a debt here. I'll pay the gold. Wow, that's rude. So this box, takes up a 4x4 grid, which means that when you take the 3 divinations choice, you cannot fully uncover the box. So just getting a full hit of box off that one is pretty rough. Ooh, okay. Got lucky at the end there. I do get a rare card. Shadow Step is fun. We're not quite in Knife Trap territory. Assassinate isn't that good in my deck, I don't think. Makes my first turn powerful. It might be the best option here. Because I only get shivs off of Storm of Steel. I'm gonna take Assassinate. We'll see how it goes. Ooh. We did get the card removal. Alright. I'm just gonna take a basic strike out of my deck. Okay. What a funny one to get Assassinate against. So Assassinate gets vulnerable, but he gets 14 block. Throw this down, we have to worry about 6. So I still get to play all my attacks. I'll deal a little bit extra damage. Not the most exciting turn 1, but we got the power down. That's what matters. Here we're just going to set up an expertise. Okay. I think I do it like this, because I can draw my flechettes exactly. Much better turn. Alright, we're looking at 19. We have extra mana. This strike doesn't do anything. 6. Oh, we're frail. Gross. Alright, so we'll just do all this. Oh, I was supposed to play the strike there into the block because it does give me 1 block, and then I would have been at exactly 19. It's okay. This game is hard. Let's see, 14 coming through. I would like to play this Memento Mori, so I'll pitch Flask. And then I'm taking 2 here. And this does it. Alright. Definitely made a mistake on 1 health there, but honestly not too bad. This is an insane pack. I would love to take all 3 of these, but I'm just going to take a 3rd upgraded prepared, which is very good. A pair for my prepareds. And we will upgrade here. Let's see. 2 vulnerable is probably the choice. It's that. I could do 6 poison. Make that 0 is okay. Make that scale better is okay. I think upgrading the rares is usually a safe bet. Alright, it's bees. Bees is tough. I think I'm going to skill potion here. I was hoping to find a discard outlet, but I am happy enough with a bouncing flask. And I think I'm okay to get some statuses on him, but I'm not okay to do a strike. I'll just block the rest. Okay. What an interesting hand. Okay, I don't know if that's right, but we're doing that. Take the big hits, draw some cards, find more prepareds. Oh my gosh, what a turn. 3 mana. Coming in for 13. So this will be 8 block. 2 attacks will make me take 1. And then I'm just about giving up on my next turn, but I think that's worth it to get another 26 in here. I will discard a Daze to make this do a little bit more. So if I do this, it's 14, and it makes my next hand just Storm of Steel and a Defend. 14 takes us to 20. Storm of Steel would do 16, and the poison should do the rest. I think that's worth it. And then we have this insurance as well. But I'm pretty sure that's just a kill. Yeah, it is. Oh, wait. Okay. That's so weird. I should not be allowed to do that. I clicked on the Storm of Steel fast enough that it resolved before proccing my power. That feels like a bug. Okay, that was a cool thing to have on video. Thank you. I would love prepared number 4. Thank you so much. This will certainly not come back to bite me at any point. Alright. These guys aren't too bad. They definitely do damage faster than you want them to, but it is what it is. Let's see. 3 mana. I do have a discard outlet. We have to start with... Normally we start with Assassinate. It doesn't matter here because they have artifacts. I can start with Flechettes. I will discard this. That's going to let me do this and this and this. And that is exactly 16 block. No damage this turn. Probably have a kill on this guy next turn, so no damage next turn. Yeah. Very nice. Pop some artifacts. And then... Look at all those prepareds. I'm just gonna strike this guy. Okay, I will discard my Final 32. Probably not. What is in my deck? 4 damage, 4 damage. I'm discarding a Defend here. Excellent. That doesn't do anything. So just anticipate, toughness, defense strike. And then this should add up to a kill. Okay, this is 16 plus poison. And now we get an extra haze. It's all come together. Oof. No discard outlet here is tough. Okay. We have an assassinate. We have a neutralize. I have one defend. So I could defend Flick Flack Memento Mori. That's gonna be better than just hard casting a haze. Alright, so let's assassinate the lowest health. And then Flick Flack, defend, Memento Mori. Actually, if I neutralize here, what am I looking at now? I'm gonna be at 9 block. I could fire potion this guy to save 6 health. I'm gonna do that. I don't know if it's correct. Oh, right, it does that. This might go very well for us. Alright, if I aim here, that means I'm gonna draw 4 off the expertise. We find it prepared, and we just go off. Yeah, very happy with how that worked out. I will throw in some flechettes while I'm here. This guy's dead to poison. I can prepare it again. That was a good potion. And this guy's just dead to all this. Wow. Clean Decimillipede. You love to see it. Sly block is probably the way to go. And then I get to upgrade that last prepared, right? Am I forgetting? Oh, did it come to me upgrade? No, I already upgraded it. So in that case, let's upgrade shivs. That's 7 cards. That's just more damage, more poison, more scaling. I'm going to take the more scaling at this point. And we'll go into the Knowledge Demon. Alright, this hand's very good. Is this a strength hand? This is a strength hand. So we get to go vulnerable, flechettes for 90. Into prepared, 2 slies, strike. None of that matters. Got 140 on turn 1. Not bad. At 76 health, I think I can just take a disintegration here. Especially after that first turn. Okay, so I'm gonna go like this. And I'm going to Survivor, Pitch Strike, then Expertise, get tools down, do a Prepared. I think, so I could do 5 block here, but this is 16 damage, or 18 damage. I think that's gonna be better. And that counts as 3 blocks, so yeah, that's way, way better. We will take a hit, that's okay. Alright. Hit the Sly. I'm just gonna pitch the defend here. We're gonna deal damage. I don't care. We are getting this guy dead. Do I want to prepare it again? I have 2 hazes. I'll try it. Hello. I'm already slaying. Hello viewers, for you it has been about 2 seconds. For me, it's been about 5 weeks since I was playing this run, so I just looked at my deck list again real quick to refresh myself where I was at. I know we just beat the Knowledge Demon, the Act 2 boss, and we're moving on from there. And we have a pretty cool sort of Sly deck going. So for the card reward, it's probably just this extra copy of Tools of the Trade over Murderer Tracking, just to keep on theme with what I already have. Alright, so we are facing the test subject at the end of this. This guy punishes you for playing skills, which is going to be pretty rough into this deck. However, if you can take out his first form on turn 1, or if you can get like a barrier potion or something of that ilk to handle that first big hit and kill him on the second turn, it's usually where you want to be. So that's what we're going to be looking to build towards throughout this run. Okay, Nana Pipi Nunu Pepe is going to be helping us out here. Swift 3 on 3 cards is pretty cool because we can put that on the innate attack to just have like a massive turn 1 hand. That might be great, honestly. Apotheosis upgrades everything. Our deck is already pretty upgraded, especially the important cards, the prepareds. Blessed Antler. 3 Dazes in our deck isn't too bad in this deck for the extra mana, but I don't think we're particularly hungry for that mana. So I'm going to go for the Bracelet. I am going to take the Innate card, bless that, and then we'll hit... I think I like getting the Energy card, put it on there, and something else that's kind of like a good setup that I'm happy to draw 3 cards when I do it. So it could just be like one of the powers. I don't think it makes sense on Storm of Steel. I kind of like it on this Anticipate. So just a situational 0 drop. Now it kind of does 2 things for us. Alright, and then going through here, we're at 340 gold, so I definitely want to hit a shop. I'm not going to do this one because I would have to go through a double shop to do that. So I don't want that necessarily. This is also a double elite path that way. If I go up here, so I could do campfire shop, campfire, campfire, campfire. That's interesting. I could dodge elites entirely. I don't hate that necessarily, but this is still Ascension 0. I should be fine to take some elites on. So let's do like get a couple of events in, hit this shop here, and then I can choose between the extra elite versus a normal encounter, do a campfire, do an elite, go up, fight the boss. Okay. It's not a bad path. Okay. So when we play this, we're going to draw 3. We can get our power down first. And then let's go ahead and assassinate this guy. Okay, we don't have a discard outlet here. That's a little rough. But we do have 40 on there. I could just use the potion. I have 2 flick-flacks. Yeah, so we're gonna go... I think I can do better, actually. I'm gonna do my damage over here. I'm gonna take the Gambler's Brew here, and I think I'm just spinning the whole hand to see if I can do something better. I'll get 3 slides on the way out. Okay. So then from here, we can just prepared, hit some more Sly stuff, draw some cards. Yeah, I think this deck might be pretty good. Let me just do this. Alright. Yeah, so that's kind of how we want the boss fight to go. Oh, easy acrobatics. Okay, we could give away the Gremlin Horn for 2 relics, or 100 gold, or the Block Potion. I kind of like Block Potion. Gremlin Horn. Let's see. So one of the potential elites is a multi-enemy fight. Outside of that, I feel like there's not too many. I don't hate giving up the Gremlin Horn. Block Potion is pretty valuable. I think I'm going to go for it. Might get punished. Picked up Gorget and Stone. Yeah, that's good defense. I don't hate that. Alright, let's do this again. So we're going to start, we're going to assassinate the guy doing the most damage. Okay. Hit our first prepared. I'm not going to hit the Tactician here because it would draw over my hand size. I do think that we're just going to kill them this turn. So we can pop that. Now we can do this. Go like this. Hit everyone, draw some more cards. Flechette steals 1,000,000. We can do another prepared here. There's a haze. And then it's just like 40 damage. Strike this guy and he's dead. Yeah, this deck's pretty good. And we just got another prepared. We'll take that. Okay. Draw 2 fewer cards. Raise max HP by 20. I don't want to do that. Lose 15 HP, upgrade 2 randoms. I guess that's fine because we heal back with this blood vial. We'll take this. Not super meaningful upgrades there, but definitely more than nothing. Alright. Hit this guy, draw some cards, get the free power down. I think I'm going to do the prepared first. Hit our Sly cards. Then I'll do the anticipate to draw more. So here, let's see. I guess if I go like this, I draw 3 off the Tactician. It's basically all skills. This is going to be a lot. 31 damage. So we can do, let's do Survivor, pitch something. Acrobatics, pitch something. Prepared, pitch 2 Sly cards. And then this has to be good enough. Yeah. Perfect. Even if that didn't kill, we had 40 block there. Alright, Strength Potion. I think 2 strength is better than that. Piercing Whale. Calculated Gamble's really good. Piercing Whale definitely has its uses into this boss, but I feel like we don't need it. I'm just gonna add some consistency to the game plan with this Gamble, get more use out of my Sly cards. Okay. Vulnerable, draw 3, prepared, hit, do another, Let's do the anticipate to draw some. I need to get one more thing out of my hand before I acrobatics. So I'll just do the tools now. There we go. Do the haze, not the tactician, because that's going to draw more cards. And then this should be a decent number. Let's see. I'm not quite as blocked up as I want to be, but I'm pretty close. Hit that with a weak. We'll toss the survivor down. We'll memento for 100. Yeah. This deck is just going to run itself for a little bit. Attack potion over 5 dexterity. I don't think I really need that. Okay, do I want an unupgraded prepared or an upgraded untouchable? I'm at like 5 upgraded prepareds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I don't think I need another one. I'll take the extra Sly card. Move up here. Every 3 turns, draw a card. Okay. Alright, do we have anything we want to remove? I have an unupgraded strike that I could pitch. I also have second turn, get some energy. Enchant 3 attacks with sharp 3. Ooh, okay. So we will be doing this. Mercury Hourglass should make a difference. But here we can put this on the flechettes, which is kind of crazy. And then we'll put it on the neutralize because it's free. And we'll put it on one of the Slys because it's free. Automation is probably good in this deck. I will take this one strikeout. That leaves me with a backflip, a dagger throw. I'm not too worried about any of those. I don't think bottle potential is good. I think I can just chill. I don't need to clog this deck anymore. We'll head up here. Alright, the Mecha Knight. So I'm not going to be able to apply my vulnerable, which means I do need to drink this strength potion to actually get enough damage in. I was just going to eat an artifact. That's fine. Okay, but then we can start our normal plan here. Do I have another? I guess I have that calculated gamble. That should be fine. Go for these, eat another artifact, and then I think I have the mana to just strike here and then go for the gamble. I'm going to draw 6 plus the 3 off Tactician. Okay, I can take out the last artifact there. Let's play the automation to start that engine going. 2 Sly cards, acrobatics. Okay, we hit the flechettes. So we're going to pitch the strike and then draw with the anticipate. 6. 5 cards in the deck. Mostly skills. So I'm going to go for one of these prepareds. I'm going to pitch this power. I'm basically blocked up. I can just pitch that. Yeah, I think I made a slight misplay there. I think this was more damage before I played that card. I didn't count my hand before I played the prepared, so I only drew 1, then I discarded 2. Not ideal. That's okay. So go that way, get this power down. We'll keep racking up the Memento Mori with our prepared. We don't need these basic defends. We are blocked, so we can just max this out and then get, what, 18 damage on shivs? Okay, and we're blocked up. We dealt 222 here. We just gotta find the rest of this turn. See how the turn 2 version of this deck does. Get a free discard. Oh, we do have the expertise. That's pretty good. 3 mana. That's... Okay, we're going to go prepared. I'm going to pitch the toughness and the strike. Neutralize. Then... Yeah, then we'll do Memento Mori. Then we'll draw with expertise. Try to hit a bunch of skills. Yeah. 12 times 4. Another block potion, 10 attacks gives an energy, and I don't think we want any of these. Alright, we can upgrade here, we don't need to heal. I'm just going to make this automation cost 0. If I had a little more gold, I would think about going to the shop just to grab like another relic, but I think I'm confident enough to just take on an elite. Okay. This guy does hurt, so you have to be a little careful, but this hand looks very solid. So, start off with easy stuff. Drew both of my strikes. Let's get this down. Let's start with 1 strike and then do the anticipate. Okay, I didn't find the a prepared. If I Storm of Steel here, I get a bunch of shivs and I draw 3. I think I have to do the calculated gamble, but I can afford to use this strike this turn. Okay, cool. So now I can hit the automation and we can start doing the prepared train. Pick up the neutralize in here. Okay. So that's at 4, that's at 6. I think I can go like 1, 2, 3. That's gonna give me an energy off the automation. So then this Fléchettes is just lethal. Okay. A draw 3 potion, I'm gonna say it's better than the 5 dex potion. After image, this card's good, but we might be too strong for it. Huh. I'm gonna take it just because it's a rare, but I don't know if I actually needed it. Okay, so... Oh, we just don't have a discard outlet. That's interesting. So we can assassinate... Oh, well, this draws 3. What am I talking about? We're going to draw a prepared right now. We didn't. Very interesting. So my choices now are I can play the Tactician to draw another 3 and try to hit a prepared to start going off. Or I can... I don't even know. I could, like, play a haze to break artifact? That can't be correct. Alright, we're gonna do this. We got Storm of Steel. Am I happy enough with that? I think that's fine. We'll fire this off because it's essentially free. Gets us mana back, so then I can use the strike. And then we'll Storm of Steel, we'll get Haze going, we'll get an Untouchable just for fun. Okay, that broke these 2 artifacts, gave that guy some poison. Let's see. decent shot. Now we got our other haze on next turn. We have the flick flax as well. So I think it's going to be about getting these guys relatively even on health rather than focus one down. I am just drawing 5 next turn, so I don't necessarily know if it's going to add up to a ton. But this is a draw 3 and this is a draw 3, so we'll be okay. Alright, start off with the free one. 3 prepared, so that's perfect. This is at hitting for 6. Let's do the acrobatics. Great. This is free. This is 60, so we can just take this guy out. And then, yeah, I love to see that. Alright, so this is interesting. I do have my automation. I could calculate a gamble, which is just going to draw 5. Or if I use each prepared, I'm drawing 6, but my hand goes down each time. That's fine. Hit the Sly. I'll hit the toughness. I'm not going to spend mana on that. Another prepared. 15, 16. Okay, so I am fully blocked here. I'm going to pitch one of the prepared at this point. I can do the after image. I'll do one more prepared to see what I hit. I have a neutralize or my tools of the trade or my calculate a gamble. I'm going to get rid of the calculate a gamble here, deploy the tools of the trade, and just pop a weak over here. And we're fully covered on block. This guy's covered with poison. We just have to find 10 damage. This is 9 of it. And there's a strike. It's worth playing the last attack there to take up the nunchaku to 5 instead of just waiting for the poison to kill. Third block potion is funny, but I'll take some potion diversity, and none of these matter. Okay, we have a fireplace. We will upgrade. I don't think I want to make that innate. I could make that 0. I could make that draw an extra card. I could make those do 6 damage each. That's probably my best bet. Okay. And now we just have to kill this guy. So how the test subject works is he has 3 forms. They each mimic an elite from Slay the Spire 1. So this is the Gremlin Knob. Whenever I play a skill, he's going to get 2 strength. My deck is mostly skills, but he only has 100 health, so I'm just going to kill him. And I'm going to try to set up for the next turn with powers. So we'll start off with that. This is already 60 damage. We'll do a prepared first, because I just have 2 flick flacks for free. And then we can start dropping some powers. 62. We have this. Where's that last 2 damage gonna come from? I guess I have to prepare it again. No, we'll automation to start ticking up on the prepared. Okay, a bouncing flask. Oh, but I just discarded skills. This doesn't do the damage anymore. Uh-oh. Okay, we've made a mistake. I think we have plenty of room to recover. 26 damage. I'm going to pop the draw potion here. That takes this back up to lethal. Or close enough, I want to say. Yeah. And now I can just go power, power, power. No reason to use that prepared. No. And I get to hold the calculated gamble. Okay. This is fine. Alright, so this phase, every time he touches me with an attack, I get an injury in my deck. This is the Book of Stabbing from Slay the Spire 1. And he starts at 3 attacks per turn, and then the multiplier goes up every turn if you let him stick around. So we're going to not let him stick around. And we're just going to try to go off. Alright, this is already looking quite promising. Hit him with some weak. This is at 41. I'm not going to have my vulnerable anymore, but that should be okay. I kind of don't want to use my anticipate. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use this Toric toughness. That's going to help me next turn. This is up to 46 damage. I am fully blocked. Alright, so we can start hitting the traditional way. Let's go like that. I'm going to do the expertise to draw some cards. And then 9 damage or 4 poison. 4 poison is really 7 damage. It's a 4 then a 3. So I think the strike is better here. I do think it's worth holding the calculated gamble in hand rather than Storm of Stealing, because this is only going to give me 5 shivs. That would be 30 damage. I don't think that's different enough from just striking here. I will call that turn like so. And we can see now he's doing 7 times 4. Okay, we found the flechettes. That's looking at 50 right now. So it's going to be -1 from that. Oh, but then I redrew. Why did I redraw there? I don't fully understand why I drew a card there, but I'm not going to complain about it. Okay, this is 50. Okay, and there's the Memento Mori again, so it should be a pretty easy kill with this. Let's get one prepared. There's a haze. 15 from poison, 51 here. That is covered. Okay, so last form. This is... I don't remember the name of the elite. This is the Act 3 elite that has Intangible. So during this turn, all of my sources of damage only do 1, which means I do have to block this 30 coming at me. But I'm not worried about doing that. I'll start by giving him weak, so it's only 21. I'm already at 21, so I just get to see what I can set up for next turn. Discarding 1 here, give him more poison, we can prepare. This anticipate is still a draw 3. I still don't want to use it until I can really benefit off of it. I'll play the Mirage just to get it out of my deck. And then I think I get to chill. I don't really need to do anything with my remaining mana. Drawing more cards isn't going to do a lot more because I can only do 1 damage at a time. So now he's able to be hit, so I'm going to try to go in. Alright, we're discarding 2 here. Let's pitch those. I don't need Storm of Steel when I already have Calculated Gamble. I am going to discard the strike here. Basically, I'm setting up this turn for the expertise. Alright, so now I have a real choice. I could discard the flechettes, and then I get to go expertise, calculated gamble, and like do more things. But I basically know what I'm going to be drawing, so I get to look at that first. So I do have the Memento Mori in here. I have another prepared. I have a Tactician. So if I discard my calculated gamble instead, then I hit that. I have 2 attacks in here. 284. Yeah, I think I need to get some more block going. This is going to be plus 11 block here. This is a tough one. No, I have plenty of health. I'm going to pitch the calculated gamble. I'll play the expertise. I did hit both of my attacks here, which was not ideal. That's okay. This is going to be 30 damage. I can't discard anymore, so this is going to be stuck at 51. And then, because I want to... I guess it doesn't really matter. I just strike, and then we'll just play a skill, get some more block. He's back to intangible, so we get another setup turn here. And notably, he's not attacking. Okay, I get to apply some more weak. I get to apply some more poison. And then I'll play some cards. Okay, cool. This is basically what I was looking for, just some insurance into next turn. And there's some more poison. Easy enough. He's gonna shuffle some burns into my deck, or my discard probably. I should have enough ways to filter through them that I'm not worried about it. I get to discard some cards here. I'll pitch the defend. Get myself some more mana. This is dealing 40. We can start preparing. Let's get the strike in. We'll prepare again. And then it's just going to be dealing some damage. Okay. Oh, so there's the anticipate. So I'm going to expertise first to draw up. Then I'm going to anticipate to draw 3. So now I have flechettes again. So I get to go 40 here. I think I'm supposed to Memento Mori. Yeah, and then that gave me the mana off the nunchucks. We strike. Calculate a gamble, plays the flick flack, and they're dead to poison. And that is how you win a run with the Silent. Prepared is the best card in her kit, especially in early Ascensions. Just that free filtering is insane with the Sly cards. And then, yeah, you find a big damage payoff to get through some of the slower enemies that you really need to scale for. And you're good. Oh, we won a deck with 5 or more of the same card, excluding starters. We sure did. 1 with 200 gold. Nice. Defeated a boss without losing HP. It was that one. Alright. And that is the video on the Silent. We get to unlock a few of these epics. So more stuff will be available in future runs. But most importantly, we will be seeing a new character. Here is the boy, His Majesty, the Regent. The next video will be how to win Ascension 0 with the Regent. Hopefully it won't take me a month to record. Alright, until next time, I'll see you later.